back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a what's in my vanity part 1. I have gotten this as a request for so long from you guys, so I finally went ahead and filmed it. I actually am going to break it up though into a couple parts, because if I filmed my whole vanity, it would literally be 1, an hour-long video, and 2, it would take me probably 24 hours to upload the video with my internet connection. So I decided to kind of break it up a little bit. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what is in my vanity desk drawers. I have an IKEA desk, as I'm sure everybody in the world has. So today I'm going to share with you guys what are in those 2 drawers, and then probably later on, within the next couple weeks or months, I'm going to go ahead and film for you guys what's in the rest of my vanity. It's been so long overdue, honestly, because I started doing this beauty room, I think it was a year ago, and between starting my business this year, trying to get this room done, I also have another room in my house that I'm trying to redo as well, because I actually want to do a room for my clients and brides when they come and get their makeup done. I want to go ahead and just redo the whole one room in my house. So I'm starting that project off, which is probably not the best idea because I did not finish this project and I'm going ahead and starting off another one, but it's beneficial to my business. So I thought, you know what, I want to go ahead and do that as well, but I still need to finish this room. I need to get lights still. I'm very upset about it because honestly, I started this project a year ago and it still is in the process of getting done. But anyway, so I will do a video with you guys later on about the rest of my vanity, and I also want to do a beauty room tour. So like I said, this video is just focused on the 2 drawers that are in my desk. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, it's been a request of mine for a really long time. So here is finally part 1. There will be a part 2, and then I'll do a beauty room tour for you guys very, very soon as well. So if you guys like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and let's go ahead and dive into my makeup. Alright everybody, so like I said in the beginning of this video, today I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys what is in my 2 top drawers of my vanity. Again, I will do a video showcasing the other drawers that I have, but today I just wanted to go ahead and mainly focus on these 2, being that they are the ones that I use the most, and then we'll go ahead and do a tour of the rest of the vanity later on. So let's go ahead, and I think we'll start over here in this direction. Let's start over here. Alright, so when you are sitting at my vanity, this is the drawer that is to the right. This whole desk, again, like I said, in a future video I will talk about what this desk is and everything like that, but for those that are curious, this desk is actually from IKEA. It goes along with the Alex drawers, as you can see over there on that side. This is actually Alex's desk. When I went ahead and I went to IKEA to go get all of my vanity set, they actually didn't have the desk I was looking for, but I saw this desk and I thought, you know what, it's the Alex desk, it goes with the Alex drawer, so why not? It was a little bit more expensive as well than the other desks, but I honestly really love it, and I think it's perfect. It has a great amount of space, as you can see, to hold all your makeup. This drawer, as you guys can see, has a lot of loose shadows, loose glitters, loose pigments, and all of my primers. I actually have also a couple of eyeshadow quads and things like that. So as you can see to the right side of this drawer, this is where I have the majority of my ColourPop shadows and pigments and everything like that. So as you can see, the first half is mainly my ColourPop pigments. I mainly kind of keep my favorite ones in the front, though I do, as you guys know, I love the purple shadows. But a couple of my favorites, if you guys are interested, I love Millionaire. This one is called On the Rocks, which as you can see is a really beautiful bronzy shade. I also have up here Thirsty Girl, which is again one of my other favorites, another beautiful golden bronzy shade. Again, you guys know I love purples. And as you can see also, all of these shadows are doubled up. So I have a whole layer underneath this. Oh, this is another one of my favorite. This is Hammered, which is a really beautiful green. I just have so many ColourPop shadows. I don't have the whole collection, obviously, as you guys can see, but the majority of the shadows that I do have from ColourPop, I do use on a daily basis. I love this one for the Thanksgiving and fall time. This is in the shade Drift, I believe. Yes, Drift. And I've used this in a tutorial. I love this. So like I said, the majority of these shadows I do use all the time. So that's kind of the reason why I have them right here, because if I want to just kind of change up my look and think of something that's, you know, inspired inspiring or different than my everyday kind of looks, I usually kind of look over here, and this is where I get my inspiration. Behind here, I have a bunch of Sigma pigments. These are their loose shimmers and loose pigments, but I have a bunch of really beautiful ones, as you can see. I have a lot of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ones. So I have all these right here. I do have a bunch more actually in my drawer, but I don't have room to put them in here, so I gotta figure something else out. And then back here, I have a bunch of the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, if I can get one out. This one is in the shade Amber Rush. I used this recently in a tutorial as well. I absolutely love this shade. And then behind there, I have a bunch of other drugstore shadows from e.l.f. and everything like that. I put them in the back because I like to know like where my drugstore products are. So even though I don't use them as much, I don't put them in the back just because I don't use them. It's just I like to know where my drugstore things are so I don't mix them up with everything else, if that makes sense. So I have all of my drugstore pigments and L'Oreal things in the back. So now going right down here in the front, and I actually have one here as well. These are the MAC pressed pigments. I have a couple of them, and this one is actually a galactic shadow, which is really, really beautiful. It's a really beautiful brown, as you can see, a matte brown. So I kind of have this. It's just one of the kind of single shadows. But as you can see up front, I have all of my MAC pressed pigments. I have another one right here. So these are the ones that I have, and then again that brown one. So I keep them right here. It's really kind of great to have these. I love them. So I have those right there. And then right here I have two of my Charlotte Tilbury quads. This one is in the shade Golden Goddess. And then the second one that I have, I know, is the Dolce Vita palette, which I absolutely love this palette as well. So I have two of my Charlotte Tilbury quads here, and I just like to keep them right here. I love the Charlotte Tilbury packaging, so I always see them right when I go ahead and open up my drawer. After that, this is another MAC pigment, as you guys can see, as I talked about. I have a couple of my NARS eyeshadow duos. I love these things. I feel like I don't reach for them as much as I would like to, but I have them just in my collection. This one's really beautiful if you want to just have kind of like a two shadow eye look. This is in the shade Cordura, and then the last one is a really beautiful one, as you guys can see right there as well. And this one is in the shade Bellissima. So these are really great. I love these duo kind of eyeshadow things from NARS, but believe me, I really don't use them as much as I would like. So I do have them right here. Like I said, I love NARS products, of course, so it's nothing about the product. It's just I just don't reach for them as much as I would like to. And then I do have this NARS eyeshadow palette. This is in the shade And God Created Woman, as you guys can see, or God Created the Woman. And it comes with 6 eyeshadow colors. I remember I bought this so long ago, and I do love it. But again, I just feel like I don't go to these types of things that often. So I have all these right here, and then behind there, oh my god, let's keep organized. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. And then behind those, I do have 2 single shadows by Bobbi Brown in Toast and Camel. I believe those were because of Jaclyn Hill, why I bought those. And then right behind there, as you guys can see, those are 2 of the Dolce & Gabbana Mono Lid Eye Creams. I have been using, I don't really use these as much, but I've been using the heck out of this one recently. This is in the shade Gold Dust. They're so beautiful, and they're really, really creamy. I've had them in my collection for so long, and they're still really, really creamy. And this one's a purple one because, as you guys know, I love everything and anything purple, and this is in the shade Amore. So I absolutely love these. They're really beautiful, and I really just started using them recently a lot, but I have those back there, so I love those. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go right to the other eyeshadow products, just to stay in the eyeshadow family. So as you guys can see, this section is pretty much just mainly, you know, eyeshadow glitters, eyeshadow pigments, everything like that. You can see the first row right here on the bottom, from here all the way down to here. These are all of my Makeup Geek pigments. I have, I think, pretty much every single Makeup Geek, like the original Makeup Geek pigments. I remember when they first came out with them, and when I first discovered Makeup Geek, I went ahead and I bought every single pigment. I think the only one I don't have here, I mean, of course, I'm sure there's some that I don't have in my collection, but from the original ones, I don't have New Year's Eve because I did put that into my makeup kit. But these are all of my pigments. By far, my favorite is Utopia. It's a beautiful, beautiful pigment, as you guys can see. It's bronzy, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I love this pigment, so by far my favorite out of the whole Makeup Geek collection. Behind there, I do have 3, actually hiding back there, I have 3 craft glitters. They're actually by Martha Stewart, and I bought them when I was first starting out. This is the one that I use pretty much every single Christmas on my eyelid.
eyelids. This is a Martha Stewart craft glitter. You want to be careful when it comes to using things other than regular makeup glitter because they can get in your eyes and everything like that. So definitely be careful. I would definitely recommend getting like a regular glitter, but I did have those when I was first starting out, and I love that one for the Christmas time. It's really beautiful. Then next to that, I do have two of the Sugar Pill pigments, which I love. This one's in the shade Lumi. I used this recently in a tutorial. I love the Sugar Pill ones, and as you can see, you get so much product. So I definitely recommend getting those in your collection. And then after that, I do have this one by The Balm, which I don't think I've ever used, which is kind of sad. I should probably do that. Next, I have three of the glitters. These are by Eye Candy, and I have the gold, the bronze, and this really crazy one, which I love. I did a tutorial with this a while ago on myself, but I never filmed it because I didn't like the way it turned out, so I should probably actually redo that. And then after that, I have, let's see, this one's by Violet Voss, and then I have three by OCC. I do have one random one right here from Lime Crime. I have a Makeup Forever one, and this one is by Napoleon Purtis, which I love this pigment. I think it's one of my favorites in my collection, but they don't sell, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they sell Napoleon Purtis in the United States anymore, so I don't really even use it as much as I would like to in my tutorials and everything like that, but I love that pigment so much. Now going up to the top. So as you can see, I have three NYX pigments, and I also have actually four NYX pigments. That one kind of fell down. And then I have three of my Dose of Colors. I also had my other Dose of Colors one. I believe it's in the shade Shell, but I gave it up for myself and I put it in my makeup kit. So I do have to get that for myself and replenish. I have two Ardency In eyeshadows in the purple, which is called Royal. And then this one is a really beautiful kind of golden shade. And this is in the shade Copper, which I don't know why it's called Copper because it's gold. I have two Wet n Wild pigments. And then I also have two of these NARS eyeshadows. This one is my favorite. I remember funny story. I remember I wore this shadow the day that I went into New York City and saw Billy Joel and Gavin DeGraw, and that's when he came down the stage and he talked to me, and this shadow will always have a place in my heart. This is in the shade Callisto, by the way. So I have another one back there as well. And then over here, in the back here, it's kind of miscellaneous. I have some water liners. So I have a bunch, as you can see down here. It's kind of miscellaneous back here. I also have a couple of cream products. This is a Marc Jacobs kind of skinny stick thing. And then I have a couple like eye creams or liquid kind of cream things in the back that I can always put down as like an eyeshadow base or anything like that. And then last but not least, in this drawer, I have all of my primers. I actually don't have that many primers because I feel like the ones that I love the most, they're my holy grail, and I just feel like I use them the most out of all of my other primers. I feel like I love trying new primers, but I feel like these ones are my holy grail. So as you can see, I actually have two of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors over here. I have an Opal and Champagne Pot. Then I have my Becca Backlight priming filter. This is the First Light priming filter. And then I have a YSL primer. This is the Touche Éclat Blur primer. I have my Hourglass Veil primer, my LC Pearl Radiance primer. Then I have my Smashbox primer water down here. And then over here, the rest of my primers, I do have some other regular ones. Like this is the Smashbox Photo Finish primer for the foundation. And then the rest of these are either like an illuminating one. This one is by L'Oreal. And then the rest of these are either matte or smoothing primer. So this one is my Cover FX mattifying primer. As you guys can see, this is my Dr. Bryant Pores No More. This is the Makeup Forever smoothing primer. I also have the Bobbi Brown smoothing primer, which I love. This is the Smashbox Pore Minimize. And this one is the Tarte Clean Slate Flawless or Timeless primer, which I love as well. So over here on the left, as you guys can see, these are kind of like the smoothing primers, whereas these are like my regular Holy Grail primers that I use all the time. So, and then of course the Skin Perfectors over here. So these are all my primers. So that is what is in the drawer to the right. Now let's go to the left. Okay, so now to the left side of my drawer. I think between the two, this is the one that I go to the most besides like getting a primer out of the other one. This is the drawer that I use the most because it has my everyday products and my powders and everything like that. So of course, I think I'll start over here again. I'll start over here. So over here, this, though it looks like it's a complete mess, complete disaster, this is pretty much my everyday product. So I have all of my concealers. I have my Becca concealer, my LA Girl concealer, my Maybelline concealer. I have a bunch of concealers in here. I also have my Prep and Prime highlighter pen. I have my mascaras, as you can see. I also have a Besame powder. I have my e.l.f. glitter glue. I have my gel liner. I have, if I have any redness on my face, this is my Becca backlight targeting corrector in green. This is in pistachio. I have my lash glue, my brow definer, my Savannah. I also have my brow powders. I have more concealers. I have my tweezers. I have some liners by Sigma that are still in the box. I have some contouring products. I just have everything in here. This is just pretty much my everyday. You're so cute. So this is just my everyday drawer kind of section in here. This is just where I need, if I need to go get my eyeliner, it's in here. If I need my mascara, just anything like that, that's pretty much what is in here. Okay, and then next to the mess everyday section, I have a bunch of powders and bronzers and everything like that. So I have my MAC, I believe this is Give Me Sun, my Smashbox, and I have a Bobbi Brown. I also have my MAC Dark Press powder, and I have a Guerlain powder right there. So this is pretty much where I keep all of my bronzers, the ones that I use pretty much on a daily basis. So I have them right here. Oh, I also need to put mine here. See, and then my Becca one will go right here. There you go. You have a new home, Becca bronzer. Then I have my Laura Mercier translucent powder right here. I also have my Cover FX translucent powder. And then this is my Lancome Absolute powder right here in the center. This is my Chanel powder. And then back here I have my Becca Soft Light Blurring powder back there. I also have some of my MAC Studio Fix foundations right here. This is great for if you really want a full coverage face. I like to go ahead and press them into my regular foundation. So I do use them, not too often. And then I also have my NARS pressed powder in Beach. And then I have this powder that I recently got in the mail from Kevin Aquan. This is, I mean, how gorgeous. How freaking gorgeous is that? I haven't used it yet, but I am so excited to try that out. So that has a new home right there. And then, as you can see, then next to that, if I move the camera over here, in the back there next to my Becca powder, this is their Sun Chaser palette, which has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter in it, which this one is absolutely gorgeous as well. So I have that back here. I mean, it's not really with face powders and everything. Like, I should probably put that in my highlighter drawer, but I don't have any room in my highlighter drawer right now, so that's where that goes for right now. And then, as you guys can see, the front here, I mean, it's kind of miscellaneous, but at the same time it's not. I have a couple of cream shadows. This one's by Charlotte Tilbury. I have an Anastasia shadow. I have a Jouer, and then I also have, these are my Sigma eyeliners, the colored eyeliners that they have. I also have Wicked, which is the black and everything like that. Then I have some MAC. These are their MAC paint pots. This one is in Chilled on Ice. I also have Painterly, and then I have the Dip Down eyeliner right there by MAC. I also have a couple more of my color correcting by Becca, and then I have some of my Becca concealers right here as well. As you can see, I have some more Sigma liners. I have some of the Sigma bases that, though they are like a year old, they still are really nice and creamy, so I have them kept right there. And then I do have a couple of my Laura Mercier eyeliners. This one's in Envy, and this is a blue one that I used at the 4th of July, which I really, really love that look. And then all the way in the upper left back there, I do have some L'Oreal cream colors right there, which I love them. They're really beautiful, but I don't use them as often. Again, I kind of keep my drugstore products kind of in the same vicinity, so I know where they are at all times. And then to the left, that's where I have a lot of my cream contour and cream things like that. So I recently got this in my BoxyCharm box. I haven't used this yet, but I am excited to try it. This is their concealer collection, so it has all of the concealer colors, as you guys can see right there, and that is what I'll be using pretty soon, so I can see if I like it. I do have my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in medium. I also have my Derma color. This is the Camouflage Cream. I've used this a couple times, and I really do love it, but it is a little bit on like the darker side, so I do use this shade probably the most, because these shades, except for this one to kind of cancel out dark circles, I wouldn't really use these except to maybe contour with like the darker one or something, but I do love this palette. I used it a couple times. And then, as you can see over there, I do have a NYX Cream Contour and Highlighting palette as well. And that is it for what's in my drawers. So that is it for what is in my drawers, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I am going to do a video more in depth of the rest of the stuff that I do have in my collection, but I thought it would be easier to kind of separate these videos so there's not one that is like an hour long. So I kind of wanted to separate them. So I'm starting off with doing these 2 drawers, and then as the weeks and months go on, you will see more and more and more of these videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I think you can click this little icon over here. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Honey, what's wrong with those little feet? Are you okay? Look at you, like a diva. Are you having a photo shoot done? Oh, did I embarrass you? I'm sorry. Watch your head. Hi, Savannah. Oh, you want to get in the video? Oh my God. You're crazy.